Alright, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to take down the Abomination. This boss really isn't too bad. If I had to boil this whole boss fight down, I would just tell you this. He's gonna be rolling around on the outside. There's like a track. He's gonna be launching mortars into the middle where you should be standing. You're gonna learn to look for those mortars. I learned the hard way. I got hit by a couple of them early in the fight, and then I made an adjustment, and then I started dodging them later on because I knew what to look for. As he's rolling around the track, you want to try and blast off the armor plating to expose his weak spots. You shoot those with enough damage, they will blow up and do big damage to him. He's also going to leave canisters that explode on the track. He'll lob them out, and then they'll be embedded in the track that he rolls on. You can shoot those as he rolls over him, do big damage, and stun him to open up windows of DPS for you. Eventually, he's going to take enough damage that he'll go into the pipes. He'll spawn ads. You can take them out pretty easily. They're not too much of a threat, but you just want to take them out quickly so that you don't have to split your focus when the Abomination comes back. He might attack you while you're trying to deal with the ads. So you take them out as quickly as possible. You can use the pillars for cover, and if you need to pop off heals. So basically, he's got armor plating on the sides of his body. You can see it right there as he's wiggling out. See that plating on the side? When you break that off, it's going to expose some weak spots where you can do big damage to the Abomination. I learned that being in the middle was the best place to be because he's going to start rolling around. So you see how I expose these weak spots? They're like explosive canisters on his side. Now note there are explosive canisters in the corners, like on his little track that he rolls on. So eventually, I found that if I shot those explosive canisters on the ground, you can see them right there in front of me, as he goes over them, that also does big damage. I tend to be really reckless on my first attempts, because I expect to die on my first time fighting a boss in a game like this. Boom, see? I waited and detonated those as he rolled over him, and it stunned him for a second. And did good damage. He'll run away and go into the pipes and spawn ads. And they're really slow lumbering ads, so it's no big deal, especially if you have the equilibrium. You don't even have to aim the thing. Starting to learn to dodge his mortars and look for him as he's rolling. Now the equilibrium's nice because especially when he starts picking up the floating pieces, the equilibrium senses that those are targets and will branch out and do damage to them as well. So he's going to charge up this big AoE, and you can just dodge roll it. Like I said, I played this really reckless because normally when I go into a boss fight, I'm like, well, my goal here is really just to learn his mechanics. I never expect to take him down on my first try, but this guy was really not too bad. I popped my stone skin there so I would take less damage. I was hoping to just stand and deliver and take this guy all the way out here. That's basically what we did. I do have health regen on when I use weapon mods as well. So I switch those explosive arrows and fire them all off. And that gives me a little health regen too. And there he's done. So you can see how being really flippant and reckless ended up working, because this guy's really not too bad. Just gotta stay out of the way of his track there and take better advantage of those explosives embedded in the ground than I did. I detonated a bunch of them just thinking they would be harmful to me. I didn't think that I could use them to my advantage until like halfway through the fight, so I'd wasted most of them. But the material you get from him, you take back, and it's kind of a cool mod you can get that you craft from his innards. It's called Bore. And it basically shoots like this drill out of your gun that bores into the target and creates a weak spot. It does damage, and then it also creates a crit spot that you can shoot, which is pretty cool. So that's the Abomination.